I'ma walk on the beat. I eat my plate and it make me obese. I've been pushing lyrics like a kingpin. On Windy Day, we got them.
Thank God for Windy Day.
What a great shirt.
The shirt's available on the website.
Yes.
It's available on YouTube. It's available on Facebook. It's available on Twitter. It's available on Instagram.
I would like a maroon one. Can I get a maroon one?
Maroon.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's maroon ones.
I don't know about maroon.
There's
about to be
maroon
fall.
I don't know about maroon. Maroon is too much like Florida State Seminole colors, and as you can see, I'm Miami down. I don't know about no maroon.
Fresh out
Burgundy.
the cleaners.
Just chill, bro. Just chill. You know, sometimes we gotta let people know. People have the little clothing tag on the back when they let the price hang off of it.
Yeah.
I like to let
Fins
a motherfucker
up,
know
fins
I'm
up.
cleaned up. Yeah, you know, this is my. I'm fresh. Rip me out the cleaners, bitch. I'm acting brand new.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
And it's a
Fire.
Hilfiger shirt too.
It's a
isn't it?
Hilfiger shirt, bro.
I see the
Fire.
little logo on
Yeah,
the
you know,
sleeve.
Nah.
I drip up a little bit.
I want to talk to you guys about something. Warner Music Group just signed an AI artist.
Okay.
And it was on the
Hold
news.
on. Did they sign him or did they create him? Or they signed the creators
that
of the
part,
AI artist?
I don't know because
Okay.
I'm just reading what my email said.
Right.
It's an AI artist, but I did see. And then it was on the news.
Mm-hmm.
It's a teenager, and she's kind of
Voluptuous,
Curvy.
curvy and
right? Out there, racy.
yeah,
Edgy?
It's a little edgy.
Okay.
And I literally saw this on the news that people are saying like, "Yo, this is a teenager. Why is she dressed so provocative?" But I believe this is coming back to what we were talking about with AI. It's happening a little bit.
Roblox has unveiled an adult 18 and up section for Roblox connections for people a la dating,
What?
which is funny because
Are you
just yesterday,
serious?
I'm dead serious. Just yesterday, I was reading that Boss, the clothing line, has teamed up, partnered with the NFL, and has joined forces with Roblox
I have
to
a
sell
character.
their digital clothing
You have a
Yes.
character?
in the game.
So my kids play it nonstop. So I just kept saying, just on some parent vibes, I said, let me create a character and see what the hell.
See
this
what's going
got
on?
them- Let me go in the world because there's different worlds you can go into.
Yeah.
So I created a player and I was like, oh, okay, they got some pretty cool stuff in here. So I was just learning how to do it. I was like, okay, I can. Now I keep seeing why they asked me for Roblox. Robux.
You can buy Boss. You can buy a Boss New England Patriots
I'm wearing a
NFL
Falcons hat.
hoodie for your Roblox character.
I'm wearing a Falcons hat.
You
And
can
I have
buy
dreads. I have dreads.
a New England Patriots.
I look like me a little bit.
NFL collaboration hoodie on your Roblox character right now. I think Prada has got into it. I think Versace,
Wow.
Montclair, if I'm not mistaken, has got into the whole digital aspect of it to where once you buy
Falcons hat.
when
wow.
you buy the coat or when you buy the bag, I think you get a digital version of it as well. Yeah.
I'm wearing a Falcons
Yeah.
hat. And I paid. I had Robux. I paid that.
Did you know that you can buy Prada outfits for your Instagram avatar?
I did not
You
know
can
that.
go right now on your Instagram avatar and buy your Instagram
Wow.
avatar a whole Prada jumpsuit.
Well, this
$5,
all.
$6.
I don't know. I don't want to say this is where it started, but this all happens in NBA 2K. So I'm gonna put that out there. You can
Customization.
literally
Oh, okay.
Put on your whole
Grand
outfit,
Theft Auto,
you can scan
Saints
your face,
Row.
and then it could be
Wow.
you in the video game with a
Jersey.
jersey,
got
of
invited.
your
I'm gonna-
hat, whatever.
I'm going to post the link in for our subscribers on our Instagram, but I just got invited for a TikTok program where I haven't signed up for it yet because I haven't had the time because it says the minute you sign up for it, you got 30 days to use it or your membership gets revoked.
Oh.
But it's a beta program
smart.
that allows people to create AR filters for TikTok. So think of, like we have an artist that we work with by the name of Fetty. And Fetty's logo is an eagle. So I was like in my mind, what if we created an eagle filter? So when people use, TikTok or whatever, they can have the eagle pop up
love
or
that.
some of those different things. So
Fire.
now they're starting to offer those programs to users and some of these different platforms. So be mindful of you just, signing up and giving anybody your tricks and all the, read what you're giving away and if you're allowing them to record your screen clickings and all that stuff. But if all of those things meet or supersede your expectations or what you're willing to give up in order to partake in an app, definitely something. Stay tuned. I'm going to put the link in
Very cool.
in our stories for our subscribers to if they want to sign up for it. We've been doing a lot of that lately.
Yeah.
Giving our subscribers a whole bunch of insider information, if you will. We shared the bows with them. We shared some of the stuff with TikTok. and some of the stuff they're doing with their creators that we talked about just recently.
Awesome.
With the stores and the influencers and stuff like that. So
We should put all the links for them to like YouTube University, like AMP, like all the social media programs that exist by those companies,
right.
so that they can just go through and click them one at a time and learn as much as they can.
We'll get with
about-
the social media team so we can start
That'd be
sharing
awesome.
them. I want to.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
We want more subscribers, and it's not because we want the money. Obviously, having money is beautiful, but I want to get a deep. I want to build a solid army of people that want to be
community.
informed. And listen, if it's not what you like, cancel the subscription after you get it. Give us a week. Give us 2 weeks. Give us a couple weeks. If there's something that we're not giving you enough of and you want some more of,
Let us know.
Let us know, and we'll make sure we include something for the subscribers. We got to start doing it because we have people like Fingers. Shout out to Fingers in the comments, man. Shout out to Chase the Dice. Shout out to
facts.
Rose. There's a whole bunch of people that are like coders, and they come back every week. Bob Green, I think, is his name. There's a whole bunch of people that just come back every week. And I want to be able to give those guys something. So if they're repeat, customers or repeat coders, send us a DM, ask us some things. I always tell people to ask Rari the question of the day.
Yeah, send them to me.
Send them to Rari, but follow us, subscribe to our page. Definitely subscribe to us on Instagram, because lately I've been going in there and like sharing some stuff that I probably shouldn't be sharing for our subscribers.
That's awesome.
But we're doing it because we want them to stay informed anyway. So yeah.
That's awesome.
That's why I said all that, to say, hey man, some of this stuff, some of these little tips and these links and stuff, you got to follow us. You got to follow us like Pokemon. You got to catch them all, baby. We're not going to, you know what I mean? We're going to share it. We're not going to keep it from you. We're not going to gatekeep. I guess that's the new thing. I hate all these celebrities gatekeeping. I don't know when that became an issue.
Do we
But
think that gatekeeping is a thing, though? Do we? I don't really think gatekeeping is a thing.
I've never.
I don't.
I
been
think
pretty
if
active
there's-
that word,
in this.
actually.
I
I
think
do
if
too.
there's a toll collector, I think you need to be mindful of that. I think if you're going down a
Toll
road,
collector.
if you're going down a road that one person maintains and oversees, and that's their relationship, then if they want something for you to get to that relationship, you want to call that gatekeeping. That's cool. I've never once held my resources from anybody, because
Me either.
you will never be able to get from that person what I get from that person because of
Exactly.
what I've done with them and for
Exactly.
them.
It's
I agree with that.
relationships.
So I don't mind sharing my information with you. I don't mind plugging you into resources. But there are some people, when you go to their cities, a tip, an envelope, a handshake with something inside of the palm is required. It's your toll fee. Some of you people are never going to get across the bridge because you don't want to pay the toll fee. Not that you don't have it, you don't want to pay it. And that's cool. There are some of us that do.
Some
we
people,
understand
some
the value.
people think they shouldn't have to pay it.
I don't care what you
also.
think. Do it. Do it. It's only going to help you. Being able to pay the toll collector now for you to go over may be what gives you the ability to come back and bring people over without having to pay the toll. Do you think about that?
That's a good point.
Maybe
Great
if
point.
I got to come through and I got to pay the toll, maybe I'm going to bring a bag of oranges with me the next time I got to pay the toll. And maybe the time after that, I might bring me a bag of apples with me to make sure that this guy here, hey man, you need some bottles of water? I see you always over here collecting this toll, man. Here's my coin to get across the bridge, and do you need anything? I'm going to come back
There we
tomorrow.
go.
I don't have no problem doing it. Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
And I'll say this here on the cheat code. We have a client that we initiated that relationship for them with somebody that was working at a music event.
At the door.
One $4 bottle of water. One $4 bottle of water
Tell 'em what we
has
got.
gotten them 5 bookings, paid bookings. Got them 15 people, 10 with no tickets through the door of this event.
And we
One
parked
bottle
right
of
in
water.
front. We parked
directly
right
in front.
in front.
The police were not parked where we parked because we set up a cone, and this man sat there and was like, I'll just tell somebody that you left the cone there. One bottle of water. A sign of humanity, me being human. He didn't ask me for it. I seen he needed it because he was out there in
hot.
the sun for 8 hours like I was.
He was hot.
And when I left to go refresh and come back, I brought him the icest, tallest, coldest glass and bottle of water he had ever seen in his life on a hot summer day. And guess what? A year and a half later, that relationship, that tree is still bearing
It's
fruit.
still bearing fruit. Yeah.
I think social media. Let me make sure I articulate this correctly. I think the form of appreciation is lost showing it, because what you said doesn't happen as much as it should.
So you're saying gratitude is lost?
Gratitude,
Humanity?
yeah, because
Yeah, bro,
lost.
because we'd rather pull out a cell phone and watch somebody die than help them. We'd rather pull out a cell phone and watch 2 brothers or 2 sisters or a man beat a woman than get involved because it's not my problem. Yeah, bro. That's the problem. We're not human anymore. We're machines. Everybody is a user-generated character.
Kind of sucks though.
It super sucks. And I hate it. I hate it for my kids. I hate it for your kids. I hate it for the people watching this, their kids. 'Cause it's only getting worse. We've removed emotion from it. We stopped caring, bro. When I was a kid, you couldn't skip school. If my neighbors see me skip school, they would chat. They would tell on me. They would reprimand me. Now, it's not my problem. Look at Maria's kids, bad kids. That's why my kids can't go over there. So they'd rather talk about you than sit down and have a talk with you.
That's crazy.
That's 2023.
But I feel like the people who, and I kind of punch it down to the artist part, I feel like the artists who care about building relationships, who care about positioning themselves well outside of the music, I think, like we said in multiple episodes, it's not just music anymore, dog. You really need to cultivate these relationships with people. Go to these studio sessions, even if the songs and the beats might not be popping. The producer, that's a big deal, is a better relationship to have down the line because he may be in rooms that you're not going to be in. And he'll say, or she'll say, such and such artist is dope. I've had a couple sessions with them. Ain't nothing really come out of it, but that person's in those pockets. But
workable. I got an artist you can work with.
You also don't know what somebody's going to grow into.
That
too.
too.
You might meet somebody who's an intern today that's going to be Puff Daddy or P
Carl
from QC
Cherry.
or Carl Cherry or Ebro.
At the end of the day, it's those relationships that started in those rooms when these guys were interning.
Right.
The brotherhood that you and Fly Guy have, that started when you guys were at the beginning of
and
it.
he didn't even think I liked him.
That was at the beginning. You guys built that bond because you guys struggled at the beginning together, and now you were able
He was
to
broke, man.
get what you guys can do what you want to do together now in
worse than
a
broke.
market. By the way, might I add, there's not a club that you can't walk in.
Right.
There's not a DJ booth you can't step in. There's not a club you can't walk through the front door, and you can walk through the back door of 90% of the clubs in this city in an A market, my brother.
Yeah.
And you did that with your brother because you and him found the commonality and you struggled together and you lost together, and ultimately now you're helping
And you
each other
won
win.
together.
Come on,
But
man. Isn't that what the goal
I
is?
speak to the valet. I speak to security. I speak to all security. I speak to the door girl.
And that's
I
why your
actually
car doesn't get broken.
I actually tipped the door girl.
That's why you never
That's
get
awesome.
patted
I actually
down.
tip the valet. And when it gets cold, they all have Ferrari hoodies,
man.
Ferrari Scullies.
It's a reason Rory can say, hey, man, just go to the door and show him this.
FaceTime me when you're at the door. That's what
There's
I
a
always
reason
say.
he can do that because when he comes
Yeah.
to the club, he doesn't come to the club with an attitude. He comes with a great smile and great energy. What you got going on? How y'all doing today? Y'all need anything? I'm going to go up here and go sit up. Y'all need me to bring you a bottle of water or anything on the way out? Humanity, bro. Consideration. Mindfulness. Those are all choices. You choose to wake up and not be human, bro. You choose to wake up and not be mindful. You choose to wake up and not be considerate, bro. That's a choice. Make better choices. Your life will be better for it.
I mean, one thing that you do when you walk in the room, you literally go talk and say hi to everyone.
Everybody.
Got to. I
works
want
the
everybody
room.
to
You
know that I'm here.
literally-
Respectfulness. It's,
Yeah.
Yes.
I was raised that way. My father would slap the piss out of me. And shout out to Manuel Hernandez, my dad, would slap fire out of me if I walked in the house into somebody's room and then not speak to everybody, in front of everybody. Have you no respect for me, young man?
Yeah.
That you would dare walk in here not proud to be who you are and not look at these people and show them respect for who they are?
Facts.
That's been not instilled in our upbringing, and I don't want to have to be that bully to threaten my kid to beat it into him. So I talk to him about it and I express to him the value of it, and I show him why you have to be assertive and why you have to be firm and why you
And that
have to be
works, right?
respectful, and it absolutely works, and
Yeah.
it shows them because it shows in their actions. They make a change, and that's all we want for these artists.
I'm assuming your dad did that because that's what his dad did.
My dad,
And you broke the pattern, and that's
me and my
amazing.
dad, we didn't have that communication. Transparency moment. My father didn't really speak English, so I grew up speaking in an English-speaking household, but it was a Spanish-speaking household because my father didn't speak English, didn't read it, didn't write it. So I had to translate English to Spanish. So let me get a word wrong, and it was a backhand. Or let me get a word wrong, and I would get yelled at, like, why aren't you trying, and why aren't you doing this and enough? So I spent a good portion of, like, the many years of my life
In
hating
fear?
my father and in fear of my father. Like, I hated him. But now that I'm a 40-year-old man and I wake up at the ungodly hour with no alarm clock, and I don't expect the bigger piece of chicken. And if I'm thirsty, I get up and I get myself something to drink. And if I walk by 3 other people that are thirsty, I ask them if they want something to drink because that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yes. Yes.
And the man that I hated, I love and I cherish for all of those lessons that he taught me, because at the end of the day, and you guys may hate this, but he taught me how to be a man, and I'm proud of that.
Is he still alive?
Yes, he is. Milwaukee is very much alive.
Yeah, so you can still interact with him.
Yes,
and
he's
I'm
still
sure your
fighting.
relationship has changed over the years.
It's amazing. Yeah, we have a great relationship. We talk more. We have more understanding. You know, he never came to visit me while I was in prison. He never came once to visit me. Not one time he never came. He wrote me maybe a couple of letters, may have sent me, a money order here or there, but he never came to visit me in prison. And I don't hold it against him.
He didn't want to see you there.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I may not like it, but I respect it, and I understand why he drank. I understand why he argued. I understand why he fussed. Because at the end of the day, I understood that no matter what he did, at 6 o'clock the next morning, he was standing at the gate waiting for the employees to come in. My father was a boss. He never worked for anybody. He had his own business. So at 6 o'clock in the morning, if he didn't have the gate open, then the employees would come and assume there was no work and they would leave, at which point he would make no money.
Yeah.
So rain, sleet, or snow, he had to get up and be there. And how he treated people, he could have been hungover, had the worst night, lost everything night before. But we had to get these people together who 9 times out of 10 didn't speak no English, didn't have an understanding. You know what I mean? It had to go get on a roof or had to go do lumber or construction or had to go do this, that, or the third. And he had to will those people to achieve a common goal. So it's like, I've been witnessing that my whole life and I took it for granted. I never understood what it was to be a leader, man. I've seen my mother be a leader. I've seen coaches be leaders. I've seen people around me be leaders. Wendy Day, Bigger Rank, and Tony Neal, I never understood what it was to be a leader until it was thrust upon me.
So let me ask you this. Can you be a leader in some instances and a follower in others?
Absolutely.
Like, are you able to do both?
I think in order to be a great leader, you must learn to follow.
Right.
And learning to follow means not blindly doing what you're told, but it means understanding, rationalizing, figuring out why you have to do things, what is done for this way. You don't have to approve or disapprove.
No.
Understand why it's done that way. And then if you want to improve on it, you can improve on it. So yeah, absolutely. To be a chief, you have to have been a great Indian. You have to have been a great warrior in order to be a leader. And I think that's why Deion Sanders, we talked about that earlier. That's why Deion Sanders is flourishing at the leadership position, because he was a leader even when he was a follower.
Correct.
When he was a member of the team, he was a leader. And it's transcended into every aspect of his life. And he's flourishing. His son is flourishing on the biggest stage of life. Isn't that what it's all about?
Yes. Yeah. And rappers can do that too. Rappers can be part of a team and then grow to be a leader. I think T.I. is a great example of that. He started as, T.I. the artist, and now he's building an empire, I love it. It's essential. And we need people like that. Killer Mike, we need people like that are going to come in and hold the light, trade the truth. People that are going to come in and say, you know what, I got us. Come on. Yeah. Let's go right over here. Let's go do this together. And be some change, man. And I'm hoping we can see more of that. I know there's a couple young brothers and sisters that got the song that's going to make people think, and they haven't released it yet because they're scared that nobody's going to hear it. And chances are, when they first drop it, nobody will hear it. But keep pushing it, and eventually it will get to the world, and it will spark the mind. To somebody, it can be a year old, and it's new. Age of music doesn't matter anymore as long as it doesn't sound dated.
Yeah, drop that, bro.
Yeah, put it out.
I agree with that.
Put it out and work the shit out of it.
Make sure it's right. Make sure you write down everything you did when you dropped it, so that when you're going to drop the next one, you do all of that, and then everything you forgot to do.
Systems in place.
And then leave off some things that you didn't need to do, and make sure you write all those down, so the next time you do it, and you see the progression of it, and eventually it's going to get to a point of where you're going to be perfect. You're going to be flawless in your execution, and then you're going to start to become a victor.
You're going to have a system in place that you can now say, okay, this is my system. We created this, and you continue to execute it to the highest ability every time.
Yeah, that's what we want, flawless execution. I don't want a flawless result. I think my wife told me this, and it humbled me. She said, nobody's perfect. I'll never give you 100. Nobody's perfect. Cool. I can't turn water to wine. I can't walk on water. Nobody's perfect. You can strive for perfection, and I think that is the goal. Kobe said it, right? It's not the journey. It's not the destination. It's the journey.
It's the journey.
It's the journey. Striving for perfection is the result. That's the reward.
Yes.
If you don't get perfection, okay, do it again. Again. again, and I think that's what I'm after.
I think we just always need to get better. It's never been about perfect. It's been about better.
That's all I want to do is get better.
This might be I brought this up multiple episodes. Steph Curry is my perfect example. He's the greatest basketball shooter I've ever seen, but he has dropped 15 points one night and shoot terribly. Does that stop him from shooting the next game? No. He's going to go out there and shoot again.
Squeeze it. Bam, bam, bam,
He's going to keep
from
hitting.
Gotham.
And he may have a stretch where it's back-to-back bad games.
That's just life.
But he doesn't change his game.
He doesn't change his
That's just
game. He
life.
keeps shooting. And I think with artists, I feel like that's what you guys are. You guys are shooting shots.
Yes.
Because you're dropping music at a clip where you're shooting to see which one goes in the net.
Yes.
And once you can say, oh, shoot.
Some are layups.
Some are
Some
layups.
are 10-foot jumpers.
Facts.
Some are three-pointers. Some are for the game.
Yeah.
Some are for the championship.
Yeah.
Some are that keep you in the hunt.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to score a bucket to get in a rhythm of scoring buckets. You can have a
That rhythm is a motherfucker too.
Getting back into that rhythm. It makes you kind of wonder why sometimes college teams always, like the powerhouses, set up their first game against their weaker opponent. Obviously, to give the weaker opponent some money
homecoming
for school.
game is always
But they want to tune their team up.
Yes.
Exactly.
They want to give them the confidence.
Yes.
Go out there and beat on somebody smaller than you, bro. Get yourself ready to come out here and play the big dog next week. It's what it is, though.
Sometimes it's two in a row.
Yeah.
And then the big game is the third game. But by then, we know the plays. We know the system.
And you're playing like a team.
Fun fact, Mike Tyson fought 13 times in one calendar year before he won his first championship belt. How many champion boxers today will fight 13 times in 1 year to get a shot at the
That's
title?
a good question.
Fun fact,
That's a
Mike
great
Tyson did that
question.
in one calendar year 13 times to get a shot at the title. What are you willing to do?
How bad do you want it?
Yeah, pain. I seen somebody post on Instagram that said pain is the question. And that question is, do you really want this?
Yeah.
Pain.
Shout out to Wendy Shades.
Embrace it.
Or Frames. Wendy. Cheat code.
Cheat code.
Get 2 coffee cups. 3, because we're getting new shirts.